Hello everyone, welcome to EduTap. So in today's session, we are going to discuss two very important news articles of finance. The first one is about the credit facility for MSMEs, that is 100 million. Okay, and the second one is about the SAKSHAM Centres, and this is important from the financial inclusion point of view of finance. See, the MORD, the Ministry of Rural Development, is trying to or is promoting the financial inclusion through the financial literacy and financial services, that is through the SAKSHAM Centres. Okay, so we are going to discuss these two important news articles today. And before starting with the news article, please subscribe to our YouTube channel and join our Telegram channel for the PDF of this session. And you can get the link of the Telegram channel in the description box below. So the flat 40% off is in the NABARD Grade A course, and you can get it through the code NABARD40. This is valid till 31st October 21. So now starting with the news article, the SDFC Bank has partnered with the Mastercard, the US IDFC, that is the US International Development Finance Corporation, as well as the USAID, that is US Agency for International Development. So they have launched a USD 100 million credit facility especially for the MSMEs, that is the micro, small and medium enterprises. See, the aim of this is to help the small businesses, to promote and encourage the small businesses in India to digitize. In COVID, what was happening? That digital payments were promoted. Okay, digital payments were promoted so that you do not have to exchange the money, and you can directly pay through the digital payment system, the UPI systems and all. So you can directly pay through the app, and you do not have to take the money from someone else's hand. So people were exchanging more in the through the digital payments. During the COVID, the digital payment system was enhanced and many of the people started using it. Now the small businesses had to adapt to it so that they can maintain their customer base, so that they can inculcate the consumers preferences, so that they can be in the same pace as the market, so they can change as per the market's demand, as per the consumers demand, and remain competitive in the economy and retain their customer loyalty, as well as to recover from the pandemic. In COVID, the MSMEs, the small enterprises, the micro enterprises were very badly hit. The new enterprises that were opened, they had to close down for nearly 1 year. So they were badly hit because they do not have that much fund to sustain. They were badly hit. Many of the MSMEs were closed down and they were losing too much. So to recover from the pandemic, to help the MSMEs to recover from the pandemic, this USD 100 million credit facility is provided. It is specially for the women entrepreneurs. This is specially for the women entrepreneurs. Okay. So the facility will be available only to the new credit customers that have not ever borrowed before, the MSMEs that are new credit customers, and with the goal that 50% of this credit facility will be given to the women entrepreneurs. Okay. As well as the SDFC Bank has said, that they will shift, like they will promote the credit facilities to the new customer base. Okay, SDFC Bank will reach beyond its current customer base. They will go beyond the current customer base to make at least 50% of this credit available to the new borrowers, so that they do not give only to the borrowers that are in their bank. They want to expand their area also. They want to give the money or the credit facility to the people that are not in their bank, and they want to increase their customer base. Okay, so more than at least 50%, it has said that at least 50% they would like to give the credit to the new business borrower that are not their customers already. Okay, so they will go beyond it. They will give to new borrowers only, but they will try to increase their customer base. Okay, as well as I said, that 50% of them being women entrepreneurs. So what is the aim now? So we have seen three aims, that is shift to digital payments so that the market dynamics, the MSMEs can adapt the market dynamics and change according to the market dynamics. The financing to maintain and grow their operations so that MSMEs can get the finance so that they can grow and maintain in this tough situation. And now the COVID is lessening, the vaccination drive is better and it is improving so that now the markets are open to finance the MSMEs so that they can now maintain themselves as well as grow their operations. So this credit facility will help them, as well as supporting women-led businesses. Okay, because 50% of the women entrepreneurs will be getting the credit facility, so it is to help the women-led businesses. Mastercard will provide skills training as well as education to the small business owners so that they can digitize and have the digitization options. And with existing collaboration, they have collaborated with CII, that is Confederation of Indian Industry, as well as CAIT, that is Confederation of All Indian Traders. So they have collaborated with these two institutions of India and they are trying to improve the skills and education of the small business owners. The initiative is all the initiatives of Mastercard is part of the USD 33 million, that is 250 crore of commitment to enable the small businesses in the country to recover from the pandemic situation, to recover from the COVID situation, okay, the impact of the pandemic. As well as the program is part of the USAID's, that is the US Agency for International Development COVID-19 response in India, to help the women economic empowerment fund initiative. They want to help the women globally, and so USAID is providing help in India through this program of credit facility, and especially helping the women by giving them 50%, by giving the credit facility as at least to 50% of the women. So now the second news article is about the SAKSHAM Centres. The 152 SAKSHAM Centres has been launched, and SAKSHAM Centres are the Center for Financial Literacy and Service Delivery. See, we want to make the people of the village area, of the rural area, of the special help groups to be literate in financial terms. Okay, and this was launched under the Deen Dayal Antyodaya Yojana National Rural Livelihoods Mission. This is especially for the rural people. So the center or the SAKSHAM Center or the Center for Financial Literacy and Service Delivery will be a one-stop solution or single window system to help the to cater to the financial needs of the self-help groups, households in rural areas. See, self-help groups usually consist of 10 to 20 households, okay, because every household can have only one member in the self-help group. These are usually the rural, poor that are in the self-help groups. So that is to cater the needs of the self-help groups households, because they are poor and most are not very literate in terms of financial literacy. So to help them, this will be a one-stop solution to make them literate and to provide the services to them. So for that, the objective of the center is, of the SAKSHAM Center, is to provide financial literacy, as I told you, to make them more literate in the financial terms, as well as to facilitate delivery of financial services to them, to the SHG, that is self-help groups members and the rural poor. If they help the self-help groups, they will be helping the rural poor also. So financial services, that is savings, credit, insurance, pensions, that is providing the banking facilities to the self-help groups and the rural poor, as well as to provide them, to make them literate about the pension system, okay, to make them literate about the insurance system. The centers will be managed by the SHG network. So the self-help groups will be made literate in the sense, and they will be managing the centers also, the SAKSHAM Centers also, largely at the level of cluster level federations. Now what is the cluster level federations? These are the secondary level federations of self-help groups, okay, covering a cluster of villages. This usually help 10 to 15 SSGs. Usually 10 SSGs are under the cluster level federations, and these involves many of the villages, nearly 1/3 of a block. So largely at the level of cluster, the CLF, with the help of trained community resource persons. So the resource persons will be trained in a 6-day residential training period, and they will be provided a training toolkit also in the language of their area. So the community resource person will be trained and they will be helping the cluster level federations and the self-help groups to manage the centers. Now, with that, a mobile and web-based application called SAKSHAM is developed by the MORD, that is the Ministry of Rural Development, and to measure the impact of the program on regular interval for mid-course correction in strategy. They want to see that how the program is impacting. Is it really increasing the financial literacy in the area or not? Is it really increasing the financial literacy among the poor and the self-help groups or not? So to see the impact of the program on regular interval, this mobile app has been launched, and this will be used by the CRP, that is the common resource person, and they will be using this app and to see the penetration of financial services in the rural areas. Identify major gaps, as well as this app will help in identifying the major gaps, that where the problem is arising, why the financial literacy is not being increased as per the demand or as per the thought that was when the whole system was launched. So identify major gaps, that what are the problems in the system, and provide training and deliver the required financial services. Okay, so any change that is needed will be catered. Okay, and the common resource person, the community resource persons will help and will use this app to see the penetration of the financial services, and they will be, as well as like through this app they will be informing that what are the major gaps and what are the more things they need, what kind of training they need to connect with the people, to the rural poor, and to make them understand, to make them literate, to make the rural poor literate, and to manage the whole system, whole centers. So they will be provided training if they need further, and the app will also see the impact of the program that is on in the village area, and if there is anything that needs to be corrected halfway also, that will be corrected. Because when you know the problem, that this problem is coming, that there is a language barrier or there is some kind of barrier between you and the other person, and that's why you can't explain to the other person that what is financial literacy, what are these things, what is pension, what is insurance, then this will be catered mid course also, and this will be catered, and when you know the problem, that then you can resolve it also. So these were the news about the first one is about the SDFC Bank that has partnered with the USAID as well as the US Development in Finance Corporation as well as the Mastercard, and they are providing $100 million of credit facility. 50% will be given to the women entrepreneurs, and mostly the new 100% of the credit facility will be for the new borrowers, new small business borrowers only. Okay, so this was the about the SDFC and the partnership, as well as we understood about the second news article that was about the 152 SAKSHAM centers. So through the SAKSHAM centers, the MORD is trying to make the rural poor and the self-help groups literate about the financial systems, financial services, and to inculcate the financial services so that the people could also have the financial services. So recently in October 2021, the SDFC Bank has partnered with Mastercard, USIDFC, and the USAID and launched dash million of COVID-19 credit facilities. So how much million was given for that? So $100 million was given, not 100 rupees million, but $100 million was given for this credit facility. The second one is about the recently October 2021 mobile and web-based application. SAKSHAM was developed by which ministry? See, it's a mobile and web-based application. So many might think that it is by the Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology, but it is not right. It is by the Ministry of Rural Development. Okay, because SAKSHAM is an app that is catering to the needs of the rural people. Okay, so these were the two type of questions. Many different questions can be asked from these two topics, and this was all that was about these two news articles. Okay, thank you very much. If you have any question, any query, you can mail us here. Thank you very much.